Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful sunny spring day here in Worcester, so I'm going to take you along because I'm trying something new and I'd love your feedback in the comments below. I'm going to take you along the Riverside here in the centre of Worcester, taking in the Riverside here cafes, also the Diglis area, but also there will be the Swan Sanctuary and Worcester Cathedral. So follow me along on the walk. I'm going to see if I can rotate the camera so you can see where I'm going, and there'll be sort of a bit of back and forth, some chatting, because this is Chatty Adventures, so please bear with. This is something new. I'd love your feedback to see what's happening, and I've left it in the description below the type of feedback I'm looking for. Are the pictures clear? What's the sound like? I may or may not be answering the questions as you're asking them on here, but yes, if you are here live, fantastic. It wasn't planned. And hello, Colin. Yes, this wasn't planned, so stick along. I'm going to take you along the route that I use as my circuit. Joys of broadcasting live here in Worcester. I clearly didn't realise it's dependent on the phone signal and all sorts of things. But anyway, let's continue our walk here with the Riverside Cafe and some ice cream.
Parents.
Pigeons are us here. And as you can see over there, look, ice cream. I will pass on the ice cream this time. As I mentioned earlier, this is the route that I do on my most of my runs when I'm doing particular circuits or sets. When I'm going on my long runs, I often start around here. So let's continue on this lovely sunny day.
Like there's a gate to like the field. Yeah. Watch open the gate.
You might see in the distance there, this is the cathedral we're coming up to. Worcester City Cathedral. What a glorious building it is. In particular now as it's Easter Holy Week, yes, for those who celebrate that.
That's why nepotism happens.
Just getting my gloves on because it's a bit chilly here with the breeze along the river. I'm just going to take you to a location now where it shows the river levels that we've had here in Worcester. So if you carry on through here, it heads up towards the cathedral. But here we have, all the way along here are bricks that show the flood levels. So this was February the 10th, 1940, 8th of January, 1998. 28th of January 1990. So these are more modern ones, but there's some really old ones here. And the one right at the top there says May 1886, and at the very top March the 20th 1947. So these are all the flood lines for Worcester. So yes, this area here, good for bathing if you're into that kind of thing. Gotta get your pictures in on Riverside. Say hello on YouTube. You're live.
Monday's a day of thing.
We're now coming to the famous Diglis Hotel. Oh yes, up there on the balcony there if you want a nice lunch, aperitivo, drink. Lovely place to be sitting, looking out across the river here and watching the world go by. Thanks for the feedback, Colin. Yes, there seems to be some technical issues, but hey, the joys of technology, hey? Appreciate the feedback. I'm just walking along here. I think the thing with a live feed and mobile signals, because this is a pure data mobile signal, I think unless the data is pretty good in the area, the signal probably isn't going to be perfect. But I'll play this back later tonight and have a look through myself as well. But appreciate the feedback, guys. You have to admit, this is a beautiful view here across the river with the sun reflecting on the river here. Man, what a day. This is what spring is all about, isn't it? Thanks, Peter. Yeah, it does beat. Oh, I missed that message. It came through too quickly. But yes, it does beat whatever it beats. I'm sure it does.
I need a bit of mastic up the fact I said I'd do it.
Indeed, it is very peaceful, James. I know, I am lucky, Colin, having this on my route. Yes, this is, I was out at lunchtime earlier doing a circuit today, so just easy aerobics, and then I'll take you along a path where I do my like 100-meter strides. As you can tell, this is quite busy because it is Easter vacation at the moment, so there's a lot of tourists out and about, people on holidays, vacations. So this morning, I say this morning, it was lunchtime where I done my 11k, just general aerobic, nothing too fancy, but a couple of loops around here, and in the middle I done 8 sets of 100 meters. If you've been on my Strava, you would have seen that run. And here we're heading over now, famous landmark here. The swan marks the end, or is it the beginning, of the Birmingham Worcester Canal. This sign you probably can't see because of the sun reflection. It says 30 miles to Birmingham, 58 locks, and here's the bridge going over. This is the very end of the Worcester and Birmingham Canal, or is it the beginning? If it's called Worcester and Birmingham Canal, it must be from Worcester to Birmingham. Let me take you to a sign that shows you the details here. So this is Diglis Bottom Lock. Yes, I know. Here we go. Worcester Birmingham Canal. So this is the route I'm taking you around now, which is just this circuit here around the Diglis area. And you can use the same canal to walk to work, as it says here, go for a run. And you can go all the way to Cadbury Factory in Bourneville, which I have done. I used to do some runs along there as well when I was living up in Birmingham. But hey, let's continue this lovely peaceful walk. This is good therapy, isn't it, hey? Leave in the comments, or comment now, whatever, what helps with your mental well-being. I asked that question on one of my social media channels, and things like walking, running, cycling. We're about to see a cyclist come to me now. Yoga, qigong, tai chi. What's good for our mental well-being? I gotta say, having a walk like this must rank pretty high. And I know a lot of people put this on the replay and watch it over again and again, so maybe I'll shut up now and let you continue. Maybe put some music in the background. You can put me on mute and then put some music on in the background with this, eh? There's an idea. $23k run today, James. That is incredible.
It's to him then, or to them.
Well done, James. So is everybody marathon ready? I know, Colin, you're marathon ready every week. I'm guessing you must have a marathon. Do you have a marathon this weekend, Colin? Indeed, fresh air is excellent for mental health, absolutely. So as it's Easter weekend, do you have a marathon this weekend, Colin? Or is it a break for you from marathons? Until, I'm guessing you'll be running Manchester and London. But yes. So as well as this being the Diglis area of Worcester, I'm actually on the route of the Worcester Ring Run, which you may have seen a number of people, and a lot of you who subscribe to this channel do that race each year, which starts at Droitwich Leisure Centre on the canal, Droitwich Canal, and comes round. It's about 22 miles, is it? 23 miles. And this is the route, part of the route coming along here. And I'll take you along the rest of the part of the route where you join it from Diglis, from that Worcester Canal, Birmingham Worcester Canal. Look at that. Oh, Colin, you've given it some extra, hey? So not a marathon, but was that a 50 mile or a 50k ultra? Just to keep the legs ticking over. Incredible, Colin, incredible. Yeah, I couldn't see, I haven't got my prescription glasses on, so I couldn't see whether that's a 50k or 50 mile ultra. Either way, Colin, that's a long way for an Easter weekend. Good luck with that one. Right, imagine being confronted with this bridge. So this is where I had one of the sightings of a kingfisher during the floods earlier this year. There was a kingfisher just down here. Manchester to Liverpool, Colin. Wow, that's a long way. And here we go. Be nice to have an apartment here, wouldn't it? Miles. Oh no, miles. Yeah, thanks for the capital letters, Colin. I can read that now. I should have looked closer, but the messages do flash up very quickly on here, so it's not the case I can't see them, I can't read them quick enough. But there you go, look at this. What a view. Right, let's continue with the walk.
Don't record me.
Don't record me. Hey! Don't record me.
Yeah, apologies for the language there. As you may or may not have heard, some people shouting at me there. I do get a lot of this when I'm out, whether it be walking, running. I've got my camera and I'm talking to my camera. I do get subjected to a lot of verbal abuse, and some people have tried to attack me at times. Now this is broad daylight, this is live right now, yeah, so I haven't edited it in any way, so I say I do apologize for the language from those people. Yes, quoting me my legalities, yes. So I'm just walking along, minding my own business, holding a camera, yeah. None of them will be recognisable from this video, although if anybody wants to spot them and report them, that's entirely up to you. But yeah, I do get a lot of abuse from people when I'm out and about, just doing my own thing. But as you can see, most people are walking up and down and not saying anything. Yeah, buddy.
We saw that with Mummy, and I was just getting really panicky and stressful about it, and then she just can't. Yes.
Make sure that. So, like, I don't know, say they.
We are now crossing what is called Diglis Bridge. Out in the distance there, I don't know if you can see the Malvern Hills. So we have the River Severn going down that way and across up there. So out in the distance there is the Malvern Hills. And here we have a commemoration of 4 figures, famous people from Worcester. So we have the Cavaliers, we have the cyclist here, I can't remember his name, and then we have some physician, and then the Roundheads, William the Conqueror. No, not William the Conqueror. Yeah, that was 1066, wasn't it? No, this was the English Civil War. So we had the Roundheads. So here's the names of the people. So we had Sir Charles Hastings, Ernest Payne, track cyclists, and royalists and parliamentarians. There we go. Some of the local heroes here in Worcester. Seeing where the river level is now and where I'm walking right now, often this is underwater when the river floods, so it's quite difficult to comprehend how the river rises to such a high level. So here's the weir. As you can see, you can't see much of the weir. Normally there's quite a depth to that, but obviously the river level is still high. Obviously not up to my feet here. It does come up to this footpath here, yes, I know. It was up to here last week. Yeah, it came up along the side here, up right up to the edge. I say not as deep as it was last year, but still deep. And we're now coming to a location where I highly recommend, if you're in this area, to come and do a visit. You'll need to book it. It's Diglis Fish Pass. There we are. You're at Diglis Fish Pass. So here gives an explanation to our fish, the Thwaite shad. Yes, that is a real name, Thwaite shad. and there's a series of ladders that the fish can come up, so getting upriver and able to spawn, so avoiding the weir. And you can book your tours here, and as it says, welcome to Diglis Fish Pass. Right, let's continue along the path. So you can now see the cathedral in the distance. We'll be getting up to there soon. And here we have Chapter Meadows. So all along here, this is all natural wildlife where we have foxes, green woodpeckers, reed buntings, common frogs, orange-tipped butterflies, kingfishers, all sorts going on here in Chapter Meadows. So I have seen most of that wildlife. Kingfisher being the most beautiful of them all, because they do have a beautiful wing span. Of course, now my hands are warming up. I'm warming up all over, so time to take the gloves off. Should we have a close look on the river? You can do like the famous 5. Ooh. Yes. This is where I make sure I don't fall flat on my backside here live on YouTube. It is quite muddy to feet. Yes. Not for swimming. But there's a closer look at the river, and you can see the damage it makes with the trees falling. Right, let's get back on the path without falling over.
You know the MS decided to take the route as well, because he doesn't really know what was involved. He can't really process it as much.
Glad you're enjoying the content. I'm glad to have you here live with me on this walk along one of my routes that I do on my runs. But as you can imagine, doing this live whilst running, it may be a little the technology is struggling at the moment whilst I'm walking. I don't know what it'd be like if I was running. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying this content. Something a bit different. I may do more of it, I may not. It all depends on my mobile signal connection. Andrew, yes, it is a gorgeous day, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous day here. I don't know where you guys are, whether you're sitting at home, sitting in offices, watching this. Maybe can help relax in some way. Watching the world go by. Yes, I can imagine if it has gone blurry, that'll be down to the data connection. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. The technology, I don't have a, doesn't look like I have a 5G connection here, so it may be a little blurry and a bit scattery. It might be just the YouTube connection. That's something I'll investigate as well. So when you replay this, I'll be interested to know if it's blurry on replay. Indeed, it still looks lovely though. A blurred sunshine walk is better than no sunshine walk. Indeed, James, it does, the technology does vary depending on where I'm walking, location. From the days when I used to work for a mobile phone company, yes, it all comes down to the signals, phone that you have as well, data connection, and as I mentioned, also YouTube connection as well. So there's a lot of dependencies here, and YouTube does get battered a lot, shall we say. I don't know how many gazillion users there are of people posting stuff on their servers, but yeah. And what a glorious view of Worcester Cathedral we have here. So yes, most of my long runs, not all, finish around here or in this area, right by this amazing cathedral, the Church of the Long Run. Where else would you want to finish a long run, eh? There you go. Take that view in. Indeed, Colin, it is near the Church of the Runners. The Church of the Runners is literally up there. Finishing the long run right by the Church of the Long Run, heading towards the Church of the Runners. Yes, that's right, Colin. It's all planned, you know. There is method in the madness.
My dad didn't find too chocolatey, so he liked it.
Yeah, well, I did try, but
We're now heading towards the Worcester Dragon Boat Centre and also the Swan Sanctuary. And you would recognise this location from the Queen's Baton Relay for the Commonwealth Games last summer, where the dragon boat transported the baton from the cathedral along the river to the Swan Sanctuary, where it then continued to Worcester Cricket Ground and through the other parts of Worcester, finishing at the racecourse. And yes, it did pass the Church of the Runners. So here you have Worcester Dragon Boat Racing Club. That's it there, Worcester Dragon Boat Racing Club. And here is Swan Sanctuary. Not all the swans are here today, because if you look across the river, there's quite a bunch over there which are clearly being fed, because there's more people over on that side feeding the swans. A few resting here. And this is the Birmingham University Boathouse. Yes. And this is where the university boat team comes to practice. construction work going on over here. Looks like, oh, is that more car park space? So there you have it, guys. I've completed one circuit. You can see the Worcester Bridge behind me here, which is famous for a number of the races here in Worcester. So that would be one circuit, and I say that at lunchtime today I've done 2 laps of that as part of my set. So you can see I've even undone my dog collar now, you know, Church of the Runners. It's getting a bit warm now after that walk. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, something totally new to try out, and just to see how the technology works or doesn't work. Yeah, so I'd love to hear from you in the comments below if you're watching this on replay, how it's come out and how it's worked. And I appreciate the live comments as well from everybody who's been saying various things about the tech and how it's been working, not working. So I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Tomorrow I will be publishing my parkrun. Yes, James. I know, I've got to take the sunnies off so I can see what it says. Tomorrow you'll see a couple of videos appearing where I'll be talking about, can I do a sub-3 marathon coming up in the next few weeks? Yes, can I do that? And also the parkrun, I did do a fast and speedy parkrun on Saturday, so I'll be publishing that as well, and you'll see the time that I done that one if you haven't already seen it on Strava and on the parkrun website. So without further ado, thank you Colin, James, everybody who's been commenting live. I really appreciate it. Good luck to you, Colin. Obviously I won't be recording at the Manchester Liverpool Ultra. I know you love these ultras, so when you come to doing Manchester Marathon, London Marathon, it'll be like a walk in the park. Hey, enjoy guys, see you all soon, take care, love you all. Bye 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 bye, and keep chatting and keep adventuring. Oh, who's that last comment from? Kevin Harrison. Yes, so it's great, isn't it? Anyway, the message has disappeared now, so I couldn't read it all quick enough. Anyway, thank you all guys, thank you everybody for being live. I'm gonna have to go now. Yes.